everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to try something non-conventional. Okay, so I am on, let me back up. So today is just a Friday and I have to get ready to go out and run some errands. But I was surfing through some of my, I have these Facebook groups, like, you know, for the love of makeup and like cake face and stuff like that. And one of the threads was somebody had asked, you know, what is a good foundation for oily skin? Well, you know, my little earballs like perked up because I have some opinions of my own, but you know, I want to see what works for other people. I might try it and see if it works for me too. So anyway, so I was looking through and everybody, I mean, if there was, let's just use a short number. So if there were 10 comments, 9 of them were about using either, no, excuse me, let me back up. Let's just say there was 20. Let's say there was 20 comments. 9 were about Fenty and 9 were about Too Faced Born This Way. I've not tried the Too Faced Born This Way foundation yet, but I am soon. So I have my own opinions about Fenty. I have Fenty. I have had Fenty for a hot minute. And she's okay. She's okay. You gotta shake her first. You know, she's okay. She's not my favorite. Now, it was designed for oily skin because it was designed by Rihanna, or for Rihanna for oily skin. So, it should work. But everybody has a different oily variation. You know, they have a different skincare, all that. So I started experimenting previously, before I even read this thing, this thread. And I'm going to show y'all what I do in order to make my Fenty foundation not just be a paperweight. Like I invested some money in this. I mean, she was not cheap. And I don't want to just not use it. So I invested into $7 hard candy and I mixed them together. Oh yeah, I said it. I mixed them together. Now, here's public service announcement. Don't come for me. One of the ingredients in this is talc. If you don't want to put talc on your face, on your body or what, don't use this. Okay? Other than that, the ingredients are pretty normal. So, I will say that water is close to the top for this one. Water is close to the middle for this one. And this one is a thicker formula, which is fine for me. It's also promises 16-hour wears, oil-free and all that. So I love this stuff. Love, love, love. But I wanted to try to love this. This only lasts on me for about 4 to 5 hours. Right here. And then it starts to just disintegrate. It just starts peeling and it starts melting and it starts separating. It's gross. So I had been mixing them together and they'll last me from 6:30 a.m. until 6:30 p.m. A hot 12 hours. This thing will work. I do have to blot at least once in this. And it's not a bad thing. I mean, I just take some tissue and just blot and be done. Or I also have an e.l.f. blotting matte powder that I just kind of do a little brush and I'm done. So it's not like high maintenance or anything like that. So today, that is what we're going to try. And I'm going to put you on pause for just a second because my lighting is looking really warm. Hold on just a minute. Okay, I think that's a little better. It's still a little warm, but not nearly as bad as it was. Like you can starting to see stuff on my face, which is kind of what I want you to do. I want you to see all the uglies so we can see what it looks like all together. Okay. So I have already moisturized and creamed. Now I'll tell you that a little tip to help with, you know, we're not getting much younger. The creasing here, moisturize, girl, moisturize. Moisturize, use an eye cream, and then wait for it to dry and use another moisturizer on top. Moisturize, that's all you gotta do. Yeah. Still not the greatest, but it's a lot better than it used to be. So I'm gonna take my my normal, like what I use is my Milk Blur stick, because this is kind of like my consistent, and I know it'll be fine with it. Doesn't cause my makeup to wear off or anything any faster. And I really only put it in my oily spots because it is so oily. Like this spot here stays pretty dry, and this right here stays pretty dry. So I just don't see the point in putting something that's going to make it drier on top of it, you know? So anyway, so we have kind of spreaded it. Spread it. Now I'm pushing. I'm doing old Tati. You know Tati does a push. Don't come for me. I love Tati, okay? Love Tati. I don't try to get into the drama. I watch it, but I don't try to get into it. I don't put my 2 cents in it. If y'all need me to put my 2 cents in it, y'all gotta tell me. Alright, so I'm going to take Glamoflauge 1504. And it doe have a doe foot applicator, so it does make it kind of aggravating because you can't really get like a pump. So I've got a little bit on my hand. Now I'm going to take and do a little squirty, like 1 pump of this. Take the back of any brush, kind of mix it up. Mix it up. Alright, and so I'm going to take my motor brush, kind of stamp it and get it up here, and then I'm going to go back in with my sponge to smooth it out. Ooh, I hate a pimple. So what y'all doing this weekend? What's happening? Y'all talk to me. What are y'all's like go-to foundations? Like, I am interested to know. What do y'all consider like y'all's holy grails? Can't live without. Because everybody's usually different. I mean, well, okay, let me back up. A lot of people like the same things, but, you know, as far as holy grails, that does tend to differ a smidge. And like how you apply it. Like mine, one of my holy grails is the Estee Lauder Double Wear. Y'all have heard me talk about it. But another one that's my holy grail, that is a recent holy grail, is this daggone Glamoflauge. $7. Couldn't believe it. I was actually at one of the trivia holes one week, hanging out, getting ready to play trivia with some friends and my mom and her man and all that. And the waitress, like my mom said, you have to see this girl. Her makeup is great. Oh, hold on, let's see what happened. Oh, thank you. I moved. Sorry. Anyway, and I was like, sure, I'd love to. So this girl comes up, and I'm like, what have you got on your face? What is happening? Why do you keep moving? Sorry. I said, what have you got on your face? I said, first of all, I said, hi, this might be a weird question, but I like makeup. What have you got on your face? And so she said, Glamoflauge. It's by Hard Candy. It's like $6 or $7. I said, you're kidding. So, next day, because trivia didn't end until late night, about to go to Walmart, 9 o'clock at night, in the town that we live in. Look, jiggle, jiggle. Anyway, so I went the next day, and you can bet your butt I was looking. Well, they didn't have it in my shade. And then I lost track of time and didn't go. Anyway, so a friend of mine, who also apparently loves this Glamoflauge stuff. And see, I've tried the Glamoflauge concealer in the past, and I absolutely hated it. Hate that. But anyway, I didn't realize they had a foundation. So a friend of mine goes and gets me 3 shades. She goes to the one near her house, gets me 3 shades. And I'm like, yeah, mix and match and play. And so that's what started it. And I did a wear test on it on my Instagram. I don't think there's a video on it. I think that was before I started YouTube. But, yeah. I was all about that. Alright, so I'm putting another little smidge bit of the Fenty. And another little smidge bit of the Glamoflauge. Mix them together. I'm going to try to build it. Okay? Well, not try to. I'm going to show you. We build it. I build it on the spots that I know are going to wear off first. It just happens. Okay? For me. Some of y'all are probably like, daggone, Jess, can you not put that much on? Look, you don't have to put this much on at all. But I am. Because I don't mind it. Ooh-wee. Man, these lights are going to bite. How we doing? Oh. Sorry, y'all. My best friend tagged me in a post on the Facebook. Sorry, Jenny, I'm making a video. Hi. Alright. I blend there. Just make sure we've got it all here. Get it on some ears in case I decide to put my hair up later. Alright. Hey, any extra? Stick it up here. I don't think I have much extra. Okay. Close that up. Oh. Sorry, didn't mean to make all that racket. Okay. Alright, so we got that now. Let's try for some concealer. What are we going to go with? Da, da, da. I think we're going to go with... Sorry, I'm trying not to make a whole lot of noise. Makeup Resolution, Conceal and Define in shade C2. This one is also, I think, only like $7, but you can only get it at Ulta. I don't think anywhere else sells this. I could be wrong. If I am, leave it in the comments. Let me know. Give me some education, girl. Alright. Does anybody else have certain spots on their face that just do not want to hold product? No matter what you do, they just don't want to hold it. I got a couple of those. This two little dots on my nose, they always come off first. Like, it's not having it. And it could be like my greatest foundation that doesn't come off anywhere else, but those 2 spots on my nose can make things look so bad. I got to go to the dermatologist for them, and I've had 2 appointments, but to be 100% honest, I'm a little bit nervous. Scared? A little bit. Man, this thing's on my face. What'd they tell me they gotta cut it off? Of my face. Ooh. Like, I don't know. I mean, I'm not vain enough to leave, like something bad on my face, but it's not something I'm excited to do either. So, I have, and I worry about skin stuff because it's happened to my dad. It's happened to my best friend in Virginia. Well, one of my best friends, but she's in Virginia, and she's been fighting skin condition. And then my ex's mom, she had a scare, and I think that she's in remission. I think they cut it out. I'm not really sure, but I remember there was a big scare about that too. But she seems to be doing really good. I see her just about every day. You don't just, go up to somebody, hey, how's your skin condition? You just don't do that. Now, my friend in Virginia, I would probably do that, but that's a different story. Anyway. Okay, so we've got concealer on, and now we've got the foundation on, and I'm going to go ahead and set my face. Set my face. Right Here. Now, I have not changed up powders. Sorry, I didn't mean to shake that. I've not changed up powders because I'm trying to have some consistencies. Like, you know, when I do these wear tests and stuff, like they have the same primer, the same powder and all that. So my powder that I'm using is the Makeup Revolution. Again, I'm trying not to shake you. It's banana, and then I have another one in translucent that looks just like this, and I mix them together. That was a tip from old Hannah Rose. She has a Instagram and a Facebook, and I usually try to link her in the description boxes below, because she's a big help. She is. She also has no fear at all. And I need her to have a YouTube channel. Hannah. Okay, I'm done ranting. Alright, so I have set most of that. Now I'm going to go in with a flat Morphe brush. It's a foundation brush, but I find that I like it better because I have some foundation brushes. And you know, I love anything that you can multi-purpose. But because I already am using a different brush and a different sponge, I am going to use this one for my powder. You know. Alright. Hey, who got any of those Jeffree Star mystery boxes? Like, I've seen like a couple unboxings, but did you get one? Did you like it? What happened? I didn't get it. Mama couldn't afford it. Alright, I'm taking my Morphe spray and I'm setting her down. Trying to calm that powder down. Alright. Sorry about this ucky band-aid on my hand, but I figured you'd like to see that instead of my eczema. So, that's what we did. Get a little flare up every now and then, especially when it's hot. Alright, so I always do it twice. Now, like, it's something that I've just recently started doing. Because I like to take the product, the setting mist, and make sure I pat it in, and then one that sits on top. It's also, as another tip for oily girls, that your setting spray and your powder kind of routine, like find one that works for you, because that's going to help oils not come through the day. Alright, so I'm going to finish the rest of my makeup off camera, and I will be right back, okay? Okay guys, so I've got the rest of my little face on here, and I am going to pretty much wear this all day, and I'm going to do a check-in with you guys later so you can kind of see what's happening. And when I do my blot, I'm going to show you what I do then. And I may not have to blot, but usually I do, but we're going to see. Alright guys, so I will check on y'all in a little while, or check in with y'all in a little while, and thanks for hanging out so far, and I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, bye. Hey y'all beautiful people. So it's time for my check-in. Wish my head won't chop off. Okay, there we go. Alright, so it's been, let's see, 8:30. It's been 7 hours. 7 hours, okay? Since I put on my little Fenty hard candy little duo. Fun fact, Sephora. Oh, sorry, I'm gonna blot, just so you know. Take tissue, peel apart the layers, and I'm going to start blotting. Okay? While I'm blotting, I'm going to tell you a little story. Did you know that Sephora used to sell hard candy before Walmart? Sephora had the contract before Walmart did. Look, this is how oily I get. Woo. And Walmart picked it up after Sephora, because hard candy was and still is considered an indie brand. Urban Decay was actually an indie brand until it blew up. But anyway, so I blotted. I know I might look a little bit shiny, but You shade like I'm not as shiny. My nose still. Ooh. There we go. We toned her down. So once I do that, I take a little bit of powder. I mean a little bit. I'm just kind of wafting it off. We're going to tap the powder in your oily spots. Okay? If your face was not oily there, don't put powder on it. You're going to dry yourself out. Okay? So anyway, I'm talking like the little tiniest bit. Okay? Because we're not trying to be cake face. Alrighty. Done that. Now, to settle down that powder, we go back in with the setting spray. Okay? If you don't have a setting spray, a refresher mist like Oprah's Makeup Fixer, that'll work fine too. Or just like any kind of, like I have a rose water spray that came from Soe. That came from Walmart. But they do a good one. Oh, sorry. So I need to brush my hair. I got to go meet my mom. So my blush and my bronzer still hanging strong. Well, at looking at this, my bronzer's hanging strong. My blush has gone somewhere. Okay. We'll talk about that on a different video too. About bronzers and blushes and how long they kind of last. So I am going to go in while I got you here. Well, actually, let me stop that. So while I've got you here, I'm going to go ahead and tell you that I will check in again a little while later, if I can remember. But this is a 7-hour test. Remember I told you the Fenty normally wears off of me by like 4 and 5 hours. And the hard candy, it says it'll last 16. It's lasted 12 for me. But we're going to see how long this combo lasts. But I'm going to go touch up my blush and go run to my mom's. And I will catch you guys later. Bye. Hey everybody. So we are now at 7 o'clock. So it has been almost 12 hours. It's been, what, 10 and a half? Yeah, about 10 and a half hours. I put it on at 8:30 this morning. And looking at it in my close-up mirror here, I can see where it is, starting. It's been starting to separate, but I felt the makeup heavy on my face at like 5 o'clock. I could feel it heavy on my face. Sorry, y'all. Hold on. I know this is getting really annoying. I'm working on a better setup, I swear. But I can feel it heavy on my face at about 9 hours. And I can look at it now and I can, see all my textures and all, but all in all, it has stayed on. But you can see all my pores and stuff here, and not my pores, but my texture and all here. You can see it kind of starting to separate here. You definitely see it real good right there. And right there, it's pretty much just coming off now, but I'd say I probably got a good 8.5 hours out of it, and I was not mad at it. And even at 9 hours, when I could feel it, it was still, decent. But since, and now mind you, at 9 hours, 8.5, 9 hours, I was outside. We were walking downtown. We went and got something to eat, and then we walked to the coffee shop, and it's 90 degrees outside, so you can't expect so much, especially out of a girl that sweats. So yeah, my mascara's starting to irritate me, like I've been picking at it. But anyway, so this is the end of the day for the makeup look that I had for the Fenty and hard candy combination. I hope this helped anybody thinking about just letting their Fenty just kind of sit as a paperweight. Like, you don't have to do that. And not saying that it's, Fenty's going to do that, but any high-end foundation that you have that just doesn't work well, try to pair it with something that does. Not only will it make the one that you do like last longer, but it'll give you another foundation option that's, again, not sitting around just taking up space and air. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with me. If you like this kind of stuff, or if you just like me in general, you can just hit the subscribe button. Really help a girl out. But anyway, I will talk to you guys later.